Hello and welcome to Getting Candid with me, your girl Helen. We took a break, guys. I needed a rest, but now we're back and we have great shows lined up for you, and I hope you guys be excited. But just today, I'm chatting with a very talented lady, and she has, I don't know how you can say it, but she is somebody that people can relate to because of somebody else who's in the industry, but she has her own things going on and she's very talented. I'm talking about Nasana. We're going to chat everything about Nasana, from her upbringing to her music career and her brother Pompi. I want to know the kind of relationship they have. So let's get chatting to her on the other side. Welcome back. I mentioned that I'll be chatting with Nasana. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Nice to meet you, Helen.
Nice to meet you.
Can I just say I'm a huge fan?
Thank you.
So when you walked in today, I was like, ooh, lovely to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Should I say welcome to Zambia? Or it's been months since you came to Zambia, so I don't know if that makes sense.
No. I think I'm past that stage now. I think my Zanka is a residence. Well, I wouldn't mind a welcome anytime, but yeah, I've been here 3.5 months now.
Wow.
Yeah.
We'll still welcome you to Zambia.
Thank you.
So, guys, she's Zambian. She's full-time Zambian.
Yes, indeed.
Just based in the UK. Firstly, I want to know, would you ever want to come and settle back? You've been away for so many years. How many years?
21.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah.
Would you want to settle back?
Do you know what? After this trip, I must say yes.
Yeah?
I would. Probably in the next 5 to 10 years, I think I might just move back.
Okay.
So I might have to camp at your house for like a month.
You're
welcome.
When
people come back, they just have to start from scratch. So I'll move in.
Yeah, you're welcome. We'll welcome you. We'll eat lumanda together.
Yes, and chikanda, because I love it. That's like one of my favorite things.
Do you get to prepare chikanda or eat chikanda when you're in there? Can you prepare chikanda?
No. Zero talent in that area.
Yes?
But everything else, yes.
Okay.
I'm actually not a bad cook, but I just can't do chikanda though.
Yeah, no, let me not even laugh at you. I really not chikanda. I can't really do it.
If you got talent, you're different.
Yeah. So do you get to eat? How often do you get to eat Zambian food on your?
Every day.
Really?
Something has to be Zambian in there. Like, we've got South African shops and Zimbabwean shops, and now some people have got, we've got Zambian shops as well that do stuff that remind us of home. Like even simple things like mazoi gets me excited, by the way. So I drink a lot of mazoi, cream soda and orange flavor.
Orange flavor is the best.
Yes.
Your kids? Do they,
so
how do
not
they?
Kunipasa na S. Kid.
Oh, kid.
Kid.
Your kid.
Kid.
Why don't you want kids?
Do you know what? There's a reason, and I think maybe I'm just not over it. So before I had my daughter, I lost a pregnancy, and I think that really affected me emotionally and mentally. So even when I was pregnant with my daughter, it was very hard for me to enjoy the moment because I was scared that it would happen again. And I don't know, like I know a lot of people, and I always talk about it on my page. Well, I've done like a few lives where I've discussed like how women are treated, like when you lose a baby. It's always seen like, oh, it's your fault. Yeah. And you just feel useless at that particular time, to be honest. But I just want to let everybody know out there, it's not your fault, girl. So don't let anybody make you feel bad about it. I know, it's really tough, and it really took its toll on me. So I was like 8 months pregnant, and I had not even bought one item of clothing or not even a cot or anything. Wow. I was 2 weeks, it was 2 weeks before I gave birth that I started to buy things, and I started to believe that this might actually happen for me.
Wow.
So I think sometimes I feel And then after I had my daughter, I suffered postnatal depression as well.
Okay.
So that was a bit hard.
How did you do with that? I went through that, so I'm actually glad that I've met somebody who's talking about it.
Yeah, because, you know, like we shy away from talking about such things, and they're so important. And trust me, amongst your friends, you will find that you'll be sitting with like 8 girls and half of them would have experienced, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I like that you know, I'm very outspoken. I don't shy away from speaking about, you know, things to do with mental health. And obviously, I've experienced both areas. And I know that if you don't get the help you need, it can really drive you elsewhere.
How did you go through your postnatal depression?
So, you know, I had support from first of all, my husband is the one that started noticing the signs and stuff like that. And you know, the signs are different for different people. Like I would constantly be crying. Sometimes I wouldn't necessarily, because my daughter was, she wasn't a good sleeper. So I was forever tired. And I always used to think that it was because I haven't had enough sleep, but there's also a psychological thing behind that. Yeah. Sometimes I would shy away from talking about it, but he saw that I was struggling. And then when I went to my GP, they then diagnosed me with postnatal depression. And it was hard because obviously my mom came over for a month to come and live with us when I had my daughter. And when she left, I think I cried for the next like 2 months.
Oh wow.
Just like needing the help. I wasn't coping. I wasn't coping at all.
And we thank God you're here today.
Yes.
Your daughter is
to talk about it.
Yeah, yes. And hopefully somebody can come out and actually say it out in the open. Say, I'm going through this and I need help. Because I think that's the most important thing. Because we just don't want to come out and say, we feel like people don't understand and they wouldn't understand.
Yeah, and I think people are scared of being judged.
Yeah.
Because they assume it doesn't happen to everyone. But if everybody talked about it, then you wouldn't feel so alone with the situation.
That's true.
So yeah.
That's true. Anyway, let's talk about your upbringing. You grew up in Zambia.
Yes.
And I saw an interview where you were talking about how you went to the UK, but I just want, for those people that don't know, you've been there for 21 years. How did that happen?
So initially, the first time I went to the UK was for singing. So my friends and I went to Banani International in Chisamba. And we won a BBC competition, so they sponsored our trip there. So we had a 2-week all expenses paid for trip, darling, to the UK. So this was in my last year of school, actually. So my parents were not really that supportive. Mom and Dad, you were not supportive at first, so don't even cringe when you're watching this, because obviously they were like, you need to finish school, but they allowed me to travel for that. And when we got to the UK, we recorded an album. So this competition, it had to be a cappella. So we recorded an album at the BBC. It was called Songs from the Bush, and we recorded where the Beatles recorded. Wow. So I felt really chuffed. So when I came back, I was telling my mom and dad about it, and they were so chuffed because obviously who doesn't love the Beatles? So yeah, did that. Kunawama. So I said, I like it here. I like it. So my dad decided to send me over for school, further education, and then I studied accountancy, and then I found me a husband. Right there. Yes. And then the rest is history.
Nice.
But then I grew up here in Lusaka, but I was born in Livingston.
Oh, okay.
If you haven't been to Livingston, ma'am, I don't know.
You need to know Zambia.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm just thinking, you've been there for 21 years, and I'm going to refer to something that happened recently when the Euro was being played, and the England players missed the penalties, and there was I watch a lot of football, and I see that happens a lot. Even when a Chelsea player misses a penalty, if they are black, they go through a lot of things. Have you come across some racism in your things?
First of all, are you a Chelsea fan?
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
You're a Chelsea fan? Nice.
So, oh gosh, that was really sad. Do you know what? I will say it now. I'm very glad that we didn't win, as in England didn't win. Because if that's what it took for them to see that there's a problem in the system, then it's good that it was highlighted. And to be honest, I feel for them because I work for a company. So I work for, well, it's one of the biggest breweries in the world. And to be honest, I work and I'm the only person of color. Like, I'm yet to meet
another person
of color. So I know what it feels like when, you know, ultimately there's white people, or, you know, if there's other races and stuff like that. But it was really sad. I felt it for them. I actually had a bit of a cry because it was, you know, I was looking at those boys like 19 years old, like, you know, some people don't even know what to do in life at 19.
That can literally mess up your whole career. Like.
They had the, you know, the country's hopes on their shoulders.
Yeah.
So that wasn't easy. But then I don't know, I always keep firm about what I believe in, and be strong and be proud of where I'm from, and proud of being in my own skin. That, to be honest, it's taken me a very long time, but I'm not fazed by it anymore. I find my place wherever I go.
That's good.
So,
that's good. So I was watching your music on YouTube. I think the first time I heard of you was the time I think I saw some blogs had posted your song with your brother, like Pompi's sister, and obviously we're all curious. Like, oh, he's got a sister who sings. Let's listen to the song. I think that's the first time I ever heard of you. So how has it been? Like you have a brother that has huge following. People love his music. You said you went to UK. That was to Europe. Yeah. Because of the music. Where did you stop doing music at some point?
Yes, I did. The reason I stopped was because I was in a group, and you know what? When you're in a group, guys, it's really hard to go off on your own. I know Beyonce did it, but you know, it's like I didn't think I could do it on my own for a very long time. So I just put it in a drawer and packed it away and didn't sing for years. Yeah.
And what made you come back?
I think, gosh, my husband. So we went away to Morocco for a friend's birthday, and we were staying in this hotel where we were the only like black people there, and the person who was singing that night, like entertaining in the hotel bar, was a black lady. So she was singing all these nice, you know, soulful songs. So I was like kind of like just vibing to her songs and stuff like that. Then she was like, oh girl, you look like fun. Would you like to come sing with me? So I was like, oh sure. So I think she thought I was gonna be really bad. Yeah. So then got on stage. It was a live band, and we literally got on stage and we smashed. Wow. We smashed it. No rehearsal or anything. That was the first time my husband heard me sing, by the way. So he was a little. He didn't know. So the next thing, I'm looking to the side. I'm seeing.
He's crying.
Like, mate, what are you crying for? Yeah. And then he goes, "There's just a lot of dust in here." And I'm like, "Yeah, we're indoors. There's no dust in here." But
there was no camera to capture that moment.
So actually, it was captured, and that's what he posted on social media. And then everyone started messaging, so why don't you sing? So why don't you sing? And then I'm like, oh. Then I was like, oh, so maybe some people like what they saw, and maybe I could do something. Yeah. And then the next thing, the first time, Mag 44 and Pompi asked me to do for their Brana album. So I featured on a song called Wishing. Oh, okay. Yeah. So they just put me on the spot, like, can you sing now? Then I'm like, oh no, yes, you're doing it now. And they just handed me the mic, and yeah, that's how it happened. So that was the first feature I had, and then I did the song with my brother called Konkankoloko.
Nice. So how do you balance being brother, sister, and now when you're in the studio you have to sing? Were you singing at home? Like, do you have to sing at home, or?
Do you know what? A lot of the singing at home was mainly the girls. So my brother is the only boy. and he's the last born.
Okay.
So so he was very young when my mom used to make us sing. My mom tried to make a choir out of us, but it didn't quite work out. But yeah, it was. I was nervous working with my own brother in the studio, to be honest, because I don't know. I was just thinking, I'm like, oh gosh, he sang with all the, you know, like best people in the world, and then there's little me there trying to prove myself. But you know what? He's a perfectionist, and so am I. So we did it till we got it right.
Nice.
And then, yeah.
Okay, let me hold you just there. We take a break.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. So I'm still chatting with her. Don't go to another channel. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and I'm still chatting with Nasana. We've talked a lot, and I just want to know, you have very good singles, and I want to know if you're planning on working on an album.
Do you know what? Because things, you know, at first I didn't want to, because I just wanted to test the waters, see how my sound would be received, because my favorite genre of music is R&B, like 90s R&B in particular. So I like to call my music like Afro R&B. So I like for people to immediately know, like, you know, obviously I'm African, I'm Zambian, and I then incorporate, you know, the R&B sound as well, you know, like fuse the two. So I think recently, with the way things have gone, I might just be working on one, Helen.
You just tell us, just spill the beans.
Well,
we like to be the first.
Let's
to
just
get the
say
news.
we're writing, darling. We're
Nice.
writing.
Okay, so you have collaborated with your brother. Any plans of collaborating with your sister-in-law, Esther Chungu?
I've been waiting for that one, girl. Yes, definitely. And I know people have been inboxing me and asking her as well. Definitely. So you know what? I think we actually might be recording tomorrow. So
nice.
Definitely it's in the works, and watch the space.
Nice. So I'm thinking, okay, so this is a singing family. You have a sister, and then God gives you another sister-in-law who can sing.
Oh.
So now, are we going to have you, Pompi, and Esther on one song? Do you ever think that something that can work?
See overload, dear.
No, it's nothing like overload. Some things work.
Well,
you can bring your style. Esther Chungu brings the style, and then maybe Pompi can even give us the odd hip hop.
Hey, Pompi, did you just hear what they said?
Yeah.
Well, this is Helen's suggestion, by the way, so you're gonna have to do it now. So, Helen, you better. Can you talk to him? Maybe you need to.
Pompi. And first of all, your brother is difficult to get for interviews. So Pompi, if you're not going to come for interviews, at least you can do a collaboration with your sister and your wife.
Hey, can you please make sure you come for an interview with Helen as well, please?
Yes.
You my bad manners. We taught you better than that, boy. Don't make me put my sister hat on now.
So now I'm telling the older sister so that she can use that power to push him. But yeah, so I think it can be nice.
Yes. Do you know what? I'm not saying it can't happen. So
yeah, you just never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how it works.
Very good, and we'll be waiting to hear from you, more music from you, and we're waiting for that collaboration with Esther. Since you're telling us that it's something that is happening.
It's happening.
Soon,
it's happening
sooner than we thought, maybe.
Yeah.
So we are waiting for that. But how do you relate with Esther?
Ooh, girl, I think a lot of people that know us both know. Oh, I absolutely adore her. And you know, we always joke about the fact that it's good to be an example to other people, because I know there's some horrible sister-in-laws out there. Muchinje, please. Eh? There's some horrible sister-in-laws out there, and it doesn't have to be like that.
No.
Like, you know, I think that we have such a genuine relationship. She's a lovable person. I haven't met somebody yet, and I know I'm not going to meet anybody who doesn't find her, you know, like very heartwarming. She's got this aura.
She has this nice energy.
Her presence is is a bit, it's almost heavenly.
Yeah.
And I tell her all the time, I genuinely love her, and it's not, because sometimes I get messages in my inbox saying, do you really like her? Then I'm like, girl, I wouldn't waste my time saying stuff if I didn't. I'll just be quiet.
Yeah.
But she's the perfect match for my brother. They've got the correct balance, and we couldn't be happier as a family to have her. We're the blessed ones, mate. We're the blessed ones, definitely.
No, that is good, and I'm sure she's happy to have you guys being part of her family.
I hope so. Esther.
Yeah, so Nasana will be waiting for more songs from you, and we hope people will still be responding to. You love the response so far.
Yes, and I know Tilimulavu is a song that I wrote for Esther and Chaka as a gift.
Oh, wow.
When I didn't think I was going to make their wedding.
Oh,
so I thought to myself, what would I give them as a gift if I'm not there? So the plan was, it was supposed to premiere at the wedding on the big screen. And then I was going to be there like, hi, sorry I couldn't make it, but...
You had it all planned out.
Yes, and then I ended up being here. So I was happy that I was here for everything, kitchen party, to the wedding and everything else after that.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's a very beautiful song, and I love the video. It's very, very clean, and especially that you put the lovebirds that people love.
Yes, the lovebirds, and then we've also got Lulu Wood and William Wood in there as well. Who, I love them as a couple, and I love couples who like work together. And, oh, and you and your husband. Yeah, my new fave. You guys are so adorable.
Thank you.
So the Tilimulavu remix.
Yes.
You have to be in it.
We'll discuss that.
We'll discuss that. You'll be there.
We'll discuss that. We'll discuss that. But thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, just so for people that don't know where they can find your music, please just tell them your YouTube channel. And
so you can find my music on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, and Amazon. So basically on all platforms, and obviously the video is available on YouTube. Tilimulavu, you can find me on Facebook at Nasana Music, and on Instagram, nasana.music. Okay, Twitter, I'm not a Twitter person because I don't know how to use it. So please, if anybody can call me and teach me how to use it, then I think I'm Nasana Music on Twitter as well. Yeah, but hardly used.
No, at least those two follow you on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So you can follow her and just follow her music. Support. Whether she's in Zambia or not, do support her music. Her music is very good, and it's very Zambian. That's what I think.
Thank you.
So thanks so much for coming, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Do follow her on social media and support her. We always encourage you guys to support Zambian music. So watch. The numbers are needed. Follow her on Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to her channel. And also keep subscribing to the channel and turn on the bell so that you don't miss out on anything that we upload on here. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys.